Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. I just wanted to start off by saying it's almost 2 a.m. and I could not sleep. And today was a really high-powered kind of psychic day. And I received some weird psychic messages earlier today coinciding with an ending and a new beginning of my life. And I wanted to share this energy with you guys because I felt that Spirit was trying to direct me and kind of pushing me to meditate and stuff and asking me to let go of pretty much everything, right? Everything that's not aligned. And that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. Even though this might be a brief reading, like super brief depending, I just wanted to get one simple message for you guys. What do you need to let go of in order to thrive now in your lives, in order to move forward, even in order to heal? You know, pretty much whatever it is. Now, keep in mind, please, that this is recommendations from Spirit based off of your highest good and your path, but everything is up to you. It is your choice. It is your free will, and you basically, can just follow your own intuition. This is just guidance. So let me show you the groups, okay, and then I'll get the messages for you. And don't worry about me, my insomnia is pretty normal, okay? Everyone always tries to tell me, like, to drink certain teas, and I'm like, it's actually just my natural overactive brain. I'm working on it, though. I think meditating will be helpful. So anyway, we have here group number 1, the lion totem. We have group number 2, the rose quartz pendulum. Group number 3 is the gold or gold-white feather. Group number 4 is pyrite, okay? So you can pause if you need to, but whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the lion totem. So again, this might end up being a brief reading. I just wanted to get some direct guidance from Spirit and even your guides to see what they recommend that you are now meant to let go of. You're ready to let go of it, or it's in your best interest to let go of. But remember, as I said in the intro, please follow your intuition. This is not a command or anything. This is just advice, guidance, but only you can know what's right for you. Spirit, this reading is for group 1, lion, please. Can you please give us a starting message for group number 1? Just something simple. Okay, so they said first, and I'll just get one more pull after this. They said, know what you fear. Is your first message. So with the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords, they're basically just indicating that knowledge is going to be your biggest strength right now. And with the Eight of Swords, they're saying that you must be aware of your actual fears, right? Your fears and your limitations or perceived limitations. Here with the Seven of Cups, this is also showing that there's so much overwhelming energy surrounding you right now that you may be feeling completely unable to maybe make a decision or even take action, or just anything. It kind of feels a bit suffocating. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, what do they need to let go of in order to thrive now or to move forward? What do they need to let go of specifically, please? Group 1. They did confirm it, group 1. But they did add something. Let me see. Okay, this is really interesting. So group 1, our lion group, they did confirm that the biggest thing that you need to let go of is your fear. Your fears, specifically now, your perceived limitations and your self-doubts. The 8 and the 9 of Swords are very much in the head, right? It's in our head. So meaning that we kind of trap ourselves in our thoughts, in our fears, and we limit ourselves because of this way of thinking. And it, in effect, causes a lot of stuckness. It causes a lot of feeling being trapped. This is the biggest thing that will, if you are able to let this go, you will benefit yourself greatly, and you will feel a complete surge of some kind of energy flow or even power. Okay. And we can see that here with the Knight and the Ace of Wands, that you're going to move forward with the surge of power, inspiration. They did show that this was the biggest thing that was creating that wall that was preventing you from this feeling of moving forward. Okay. Now, included within this could specifically be illusion, which I'm not surprised to see at all. You have 7, 8, 9 of swords. Okay. The next one would be the 10 of swords, which would show some kind of a cycle ending. Okay, the 7 of swords could be representing illusions that the negative thoughts create for you. So the illusion that you're trapped, the illusion that you're not good enough, the illusion that you cannot find solutions or the way and the path to your destiny or to your soul's truth. Now, I will add that, let's say that something that you want and it seems unattainable, that could be for a reason. I think that divine might be trying to kind of prevent you from that, like protect you from certain outcomes or certain pathways, because it may not be for you. It may not be for, aligning with your soul. Okay. So again, group 1, what you must let go of now in order to thrive and to have this beautiful, passionate, inspiring energy are your fears, anxieties, limiting thoughts, which can cause illusions. Any other final advice for group number 1, please and thank you. I think some of you might feel kind of like deprived in some way of, it feels like you're missing something. And I think that a lot of you feel paralyzed and you may not feel like you're able to move forward with this energy. And it is giving you a mix of emotion, sadness, regret, even grieving. There's so much going on here. And so this is a little bit of a secondary message, but I do think in line with fear, you may also need to let go of this too. It's the same kind of thing. I think it is kind of saturated with fear. It's an emotion, but I think that it comes from the headspace and the perspective. And then the final advice here is you actually do, and it's quite essential right now, that you look inward. The Hermit card is calling you to look inward. I know how difficult this can feel at first, but even anything as simple as meditating or reflecting, or let's say even like journal writing or asking your guides, self-help books, anything at all that gets you to the hermit work is very necessary. And I feel like once you do that, your guides will come through with this wealth of information. So if you're able to do this type of hermit work, now is the perfect time. They're asking you to do this, okay? And you might be surprised what you find, so we'll see. But group 1, I'm gonna just leave it there. I did mention it was a brief reading today, but I do hope that this resonated. If you guys want a personal reading, that info is below. And if you did enjoy this, feel free to subscribe. But thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the rose quartz pendulum. So let's get right into your reading. Again, it will be most likely brief. Spirit, this reading is for group 2, rose quartz pendulum, please and thank you. Spirit, what do you advise for them? What do they need to let go of in order to thrive now, to heal, to move forward, to align on their soul's path? Spirit, for group 2, rose quartz pendulum, what specifically do they need to let go of now? Thank you. Okay, well, I'm not surprised by this because rose quartz, I always think of love, but in this case, we're not sure just yet what this could be. Can you tell us specifically what is this that they need to let go of? Okay, so obviously this is a general reading, so please take what resonates. And as I said in the intro, This is just advice from spirit, and everything is up to you and your intuition. It is your choice. But for some of you, depending on your situation, if this is the case, that this is something that does not serve you, it is time to let this go. And what that is could be thoughts of another person. This is not just love. This could be any kind of connection at all that your mind may be preoccupied with. But the thing is, for you guys specifically, this is taking up your energy. This is kind of pulling power from the circuits or whatever. This is really emptying and draining the fuel within your tank. I don't know what these analogies, but they're saying that this is zapping you. Whatever this is any loved one at all that you've been consumed by, maybe, whether it's their problems, or it's even the amount of intense emotion or in the situation perhaps, or just generally. This doesn't mean you have to cut the person off, or, I mean, some of you may feel you need to, but this doesn't necessarily mean you have to be cold or abandon anybody. Not at all. I mean, again, it depends on what your situation is, because some of you, if it's like negative or toxic or harmful, then yeah, that's something to consider. But realistically, they're saying that you need to let go of the sort of like the imbalance that comes from this person or this situation. I do feel here with the Magician card, it is confirming that something about this situation is taking from your power. It's kind of disempowering you in a way. So can you tell us a little bit more specifically, what is it that they need to let go of in order to thrive, and any advice? I do think that a lot of you have been trying to talk to this person, or like in this situation, and you've been also trying to give a lot of advice and just like speak a lot of truth, and really, it's almost like there's this, they said something about a focal point. It's almost like you're really trying to teach this person something, or someone here is trying to teach someone something. The roles might be reversed, I just realized that, but that's okay. But someone here may not necessarily be able to take themselves out of this little captivity that they're in. There is a lot of abundance to be received here in this overall situation, but I am feeling that someone here is not ready to do that. Spirit, any other messages of what do they need to let go of, and any other messages at all, or advice? They did say that something here is being delayed. Your healing, your balance, you maybe even like your new beginning, your victory, so much stuff. Two of Cups, please. Thank you. Yeah, someone here could be focusing on non-spiritual or basically unproductive thinking, or battles, or some kind of pettiness too, something that's really more trivial, and it's clouding your energy. I am feeling strongly that your energy is being clouded. Even the cards themselves are kind of pulling to the left. Usually they go towards the right, where there's like the future direction. So they're kind of saying that you might feel a bit stuck in the mud. For some reason, they keep giving me these analogies, and like metaphors, and these visions that are more symbolic. I don't know if someone's like quite artistic here, maybe even a writer or something like that, I don't know, but this is very important here. I just think that someone is keeping the other stuck in this situation, and someone again is just not ready to be released from that. Someone is like, I don't know if they're stubborn necessarily, or they're just not ready, but they're saying that this is holding you back a bit. So what is the best advice? Final cards for them, please. Thank you. Some of you do need to put up a little bit of a barrier in a sense of boundaries, or you might need to stand up for yourself if that's the case, where maybe someone is taking your energy and not really being respectful towards you. Others of you may feel called instead to walk away. That's a doubly strong message here with these two cards. If that resonates with your situation, you may walk away and not even necessarily feel guilty either, because this is what's best and the highest good. You might need to just think about your own vibration and your own happiness, and even the way that you serve others is being affected here, because you need energy to do this type of work, right? And for the rest of you, again, it really is your choice. Like, and for everybody, it is your choice and how you want to deal with this, depending on your specific situation. But I am feeling that you might even feel on some level that you're stuck because of this thing, something that's preoccupying your mind regarding either another person trying to guide someone, trying to really pull someone out of their mud. Okay, final card. Thank you. Your final card is, oh my God, that's pretty cool. It's very confirming. Here we have on the bottom kind of like surrender and let go, which is the very topic of this reading. But here you're all by yourself and you look honestly quite happy. You look like you're light as a feather here. Again, with the, what is with the language? Like they're using very like literary devices in this entire spread. I find that quite interesting. And here's the bird here. It just feels like you're completely light and free, and there's this newfound quiet surrounding you. You can think straight, you can breathe again. Okay, so group 2, that's what I have for you. Again, it was brief, but I hope it helped. Really interesting reading. Please let me know your thoughts. If you would like instead a personal reading, info is below. And if you guys did enjoy this, feel free to subscribe. And if you want more detail, I have some other pick of cards, of course. But thank you guys so much. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the gold white feather. Okay, so again, this reading is probably going to be brief, but let's hope that we get clear messages. Spirit, this reading is for group 3, our feather group. Please and thank you. Can you please let us know what is your best and highest good advice? What do they need to let go of now in order to thrive, heal, move forward on their path? Again, please use your intuition. This is only guidance. It is up to you. It is your choice. Group 3. Spirit, what do they need to let go of now in order to thrive? Thank you. What specifically do they need to let go of in order to thrive? Okay, this is a very unique message, group 3. And I'm gonna try to first, I have a feeling of what this could be, but let me just get a confirming message here. Okay, I feel like I'm confirmed. Let's see. This, I will tell you right away, may not resonate entirely. You may not want to hear this, but let's see if it resonates in some way. The Ace of Wands clearly flipping into the reverse did get my attention. They said, well, if this is upright, this does feel like some sort of passionate, inspired energy. But when it was this way, it kind of just made me feel like there was some kind of false energy attached to it. And with the 10 of Pentacles, I kind of felt a little bit of the, not negative energy, but a little bit of that sort of shadowy energy coming through as a result of this card, which never usually happens to me ever. I am feeling that there could be an idea that you have had for a long time, a specific idea for your future success with money, wealth, prosperity, success, right? But the fact that the Ace of Wands, again, is not in the upright position, I'm just sincerely wondering if this is an idea that is truly in alignment with your soul, or if it's in alignment more so with like the ego, which in this case, I'm referring to just something that's just not spiritually aligned, something that's more so, I would say, aligned with the mental space, our expectations, or even our fears, or even our desires. Again, something that's not necessarily aligned with the heart space and the spirit. I didn't feel exactly greed either, but again, some of the shadow energy came up from here. So you know how like, and this happens to all of us, where sometimes we're more focused on just the outcomes and like worrying about money so much, especially I feel like that's a lot of people. So group 3, there could be some kind of idea that you have for yourself now, that you have maybe even had for a little while, and it may not exactly work out in the way that you wanted it to, but only because there's a slight misalignment here. This doesn't mean your dream is going to not come true. Basically the bottom line here of Spirit is that they want you to be in flow with these energies and the way that you're going to get to your success. Now, leading to these cards, I'm feeling that in the near future, you're going to have a specific guide, an energetic guide, or even a real human guide in the very close future, even as soon as maybe 3 days. Maybe it'll take longer for some of you. You're going to hear this advice again. So when I said to you before that this may not resonate yet, give it a little time. Give it at least 3 days to maybe a week. Some of you, yes, maybe it could come through later than that. Someone here is going to say this to you, I think, okay? So if you want to comment on the video now and say like, oh, that's totally not true, but if you find that it happens that someone actually says the same thing in the near future, you can come back. But anyway, the takeaway I feel is this. So instead of what not to do and what to let go of, let's take a look at instead what Spirit wants you to hold on to, or to kind of just embody right now. They want you to simply turn this in the upright. Now this completely changes the entire energy. Instead of focusing on the outcomes or the money or the results destination wise, instead you're focusing on the passion itself. That's all you had to do. That is all Spirit is asking you to do. And you actually, on your own, you might find that certain things in this process are starting to change for you for the better. Whether it's you actually ironically have more motivation and time to dedicate it, you have a clearer vision, you have more inspiration coming through. This is literally all you had to do, was change the process, the mental process. And here it is. The Ace of Wands is your inspiration. It is your idea for whatever it might be, your business, your book that you want to write, your social media you want to start, the new goal that you're striving to achieve. But again, you're doing it for the love of the thing itself. You're doing it for the enjoyment and for the, for the brightness and high frequency and the high that you get from it itself. It's really beautiful. And it's almost guaranteeing that you're going to reach the success that's inevitable from this thing, because you're doing it in alignment with your soul. Okay, so that is what I am seeing for you. Really powerful stuff. If you don't align this, again, if you're not ready for that, that's okay. In the near future, someone might be trying to convince you and just give you some friendly advice. Some of you, depending on where you are in your journey, again, you may not really be ready to hear that. You might kind of just close up and feel probably a little defensive that this person tried to tell you. Same kind of vibe as maybe you felt earlier in this reading. I'm okay with that. You can, yell at me. That's okay. I'm really fine with it. I get it. Like, people have told me the same things in the past. It hurts to hear that. It's like, oh, well, I was trying to do this thing and you're not supporting me. That's what it feels like. But that's really not what Spirit is saying. So I hope this made sense. Can we have a final message of advice for group 3? All they said here is think about it. But not think about just the way that you have been before. Again, group 3, there could be some kind of internal blockage right now. This won't be forever, so don't worry. This is really normal as part of the spiritual path. I remember I've had countless blockages and they only lifted when they were ready to. I mean, yeah, here and there I had to literally get yelled at. That's okay. And it helped, and in my case, it helped that someone was trying to yell spiritual advice at me, because I admit I was quite stubborn at times. But other times I was more so like just not ready and not aligned and not balanced enough or clear-minded enough to absorb what was happening. But it kind of dissolves over time. So keep it in mind. Just try to look inward. Just do a little bit more of that soul-searching work, and you will find that anything that is blocked and in your way will dislodge soon. And another way that you can know if this reading resonates, if this reading is even for you, have you noticed that if you're on this path and you've tried to do certain things in so many different ways and you're not getting the results that you want? That depends, because maybe you just got here to this path. If you've been on this path for quite some time and you're not seeing the result that you want, this might be why. So that's another thing that you can see and you can get clarity on soon. If you just got here to this point, you may need to go through that journey. You might have to go through that journey and find out for yourself, kind of like learning the hard way, I suppose, but that's what is necessary at times. So group 3, I think I am going to leave it there. I don't know if this was like a tough love message today. Honestly, I can't even really tell anymore, But I hope this, either way, I hope that this was helpful. So I'll leave it there. But thank you guys so much. If you want, instead of personal reading, info's below. If you feel called to, please subscribe. But any of my past pick a cards, most of them are timeless. So you can go in and watch those too, and just see how everything kind of adds up. But thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is pyrite. So again, this is probably going to be quite a brief reading, but let's take a look. Spirit, can you please let us know, what is your advice? What do they need to let go of group 4 pyrite in order to thrive, balance, find joy, or move forward in their path spiritually? What do they need to let go of, please? Thank you. Again, remember, it is your choice. This is not a command in any way. This is just advice in your highest good, but everything is ultimately up to you and your choice and your intuition. Spirit, what do they need to know? What do they need to let go of group 4 pyrite? What is your advice for them? Specifically for them, what do they need to let go of? Oh, okay. No one got this card yet. 5 of Pentacles. Can you tell us, what is this specifically? What do they need to let go of? I kind of feel like already there's a mixture of energies. For some of you, you may need to let go of some kind of coldness. I think that it could take the form of isolating yourself, or something having to do with feelings of neglect or abandonment, like just basically that overall coldness. But that can manifest in different ways for different people. Sometimes we create that coldness by pushing others away, right? And isolating ourselves. Otherwise, it could also be triggers, some traumas from the past where we felt abandoned or cold. So maybe it has to do with traumas as well. But what we're seeing instead is this beautiful Sun card, where this is a fullness. This is happiness and joy and connection to directly to the divine, right? So I guess if we're putting it in just one word, they're asking you to let go of coldness, but I just have to kind of see more about what this is. Can you tell us, what do they need to let go of in order to thrive? Group 4. I do think it's coldness and aloneness and isolation in many ways for some of you. Now there could be a little bit more though. Let's see. Let me just get a little more information. Because here you're protected. You're with your soul family. You're with people who love you. You're with people who truly love you, or like in an energy where you are being loved in a very genuine way. So if there's not people yet in your life, this may be just an openness to receive this energy. So therefore you may need to break out of this coldness. Maybe there's walls up surrounding your heart space, which I am actually seeing. They gave me a very vivid vision of a heart space, like the heart chakra space, and it was surrounded by these little walls, and then the heart was had like a flame, but it was like a fire, angry kind of flame. So there could be some things needing healing there. So all of these 3 cards here are very warm and bright and beautiful and loving, and it's just like this love is just wanting to come towards you. I just noticed this on the bottom, the Lover's card. Okay, there is an enormous amount of love here for you, group 4. So whether it's from people in your life now, it happens to be people now, or this is more so a vision of the future of what you may need to open up your heart space to receive, okay? Or it even could be your guides or your higher self or the divine. There's so much here for you. So I do think that that is their central message. What do you need to let go of is the coldness that prevents this warmth from coming to you, okay? But I just don't know, you know, for everyone, again, like I said, it is going to be a different process, because it's not going to be so easy to just let go of years of trauma, right? But also the trauma is probably what caused that sort of like pushing this away to begin with. Can you tell us a little bit more of what do they need to let go of? Now, group 4, they did confirm that there is a little bit of this blockage here with the 2 of Swords. It does show that at times you may have the unconscious tendency to block out others, because you're like, I'm strong enough on my own. I've done everything on my own. I am here and I don't need anybody else. I don't think that you're aware that you do this, but maybe sometimes you could be. But I think that, again, this is what needs to be let go of, because this, at this point in time, is no longer serving you. Maybe it did before. I think you very much had to protect yourself in the past, but there is really no need for this anymore, either because your circumstances have changed or because you're ready to let go of this energy, and it's just not serving you. It's not helping you to get to this joy, which is what you truly want for yourself and your soul. I think that on some level you might be convinced that what you truly want is just to be protected from darkness and from harm, but realistically in your soul, that's not really the case. It's that you want joy and you want warmth and love and connection, but your traumas or struggles were convincing you otherwise, and I feel like it's time to let that go. Okay, so any other final message, advice, any warmth for them, group 4? Yeah, if they're, oh my God, this is exactly the same message. This is kind of crazy. So many of you might feel completely terrified to receive some type of love, genuine love, unconditional love, warmth. Again, it could be from any source. It could be from a loved one, a romantic love interest, a family member, a friend, a guide, yourself. It could be from so many places, but look at the fear here. You know, this is an intense, debilitating fear. I know, you know, probably we saw similar messages throughout this entire video. Like, fear is a big thing for many people. This is quite pronounced, okay? This is showing, like, you don't even want to lift up yourself, your face to see what's in front of you with this warmth. I think you're just, on some level, there's a part of you that could feel so terrified. Alrighty. Maybe it's with inner child. We do have child on 3 cards in a row, right? So that could be something there. So if it interests you to do inner child healing, you know, you could certainly begin to work with your inner child. And I do have a video for energy healing in the description, along with chakra healing, could be useful, but you may need to begin to work with your own inner child. Because, you know, if that's where it started, like, begin to give yourself this warmth, love, and acceptance, and that should really be helpful. Otherwise, maybe working on the root chakra and the heart chakra, just like to feel more secure. Okay, I have a video for that in the description as well, where I explain some things. Can we have a final piece of advice? I do think that somebody here loves you. I can't speak for 100% because I don't know, like, everyone has different situations, but group 4, it's pretty clear that you are loved by someone or some energy somewhere, and that's, like, extremely obvious to me. So again, I know it's your choice, I know it's up to you, but I hope I can convince you that you really don't need this cold energy anymore at all. Like, you deserve this happiness, you deserve this warmth, and really there's only one way to get there, is to be open to it and to release and walk away from whatever is preventing that warmth from coming in, because we don't want you to be cold anymore. You don't need that. Okay. Final advice for them. Just be open to it and just be hopeful for the future that little by little things can change by you just changing your mindset, by just being open to these ideas, just by being more loving within yourself, being more intuitive within yourself. Just try to have hopefulness for the future energy, and that it can come to you in time. And I think all the rest will work itself out. I think all the rest will fall into place. Okay, so group 4, that's what I'm seeing for you. I really, really hope that this was helpful in some way. If you'd like a bit more of further detail and readings, all of my past readings are timeless, with the exception of the ones that have like a date or a time frame in the title. So feel free to kind of dig through those and see whichever things resonate with you. If you'd like a personal reading, info's below. But thank you guys so much. And if this did resonate, feel free to subscribe. But thank you once again, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.